Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. Friends, it's been a interesting last 2 days. After I felt burnt out and I took a day off, I felt better. But today I had another slight bit of an incident. I had a bit of dizziness and had to throw up and all that stuff. So I'm going to the doctor for an appointment on the 7th. So I'll get a total physical done to make sure that nothing is wrong. It could just be a bit of stress related or something. So I'm hoping for the best out there. But in the meantime, I've been watching the markets. Even though Genomics did not do as well today, I'm really happy that Ginkgo Bioworks managed to stay above 1.6. So that makes me happy. It makes my day. I was watching CRISPR Therapeutics as well. It did not do good enough. But if you look at some of the analyst targets, which is at $64 for CRISPR Therapeutics, it seems that people are hanging around that $64 level. So it's just consolidating around there, nothing too bad. But there are some really aggressive targets of $75 for CRISPR Therapeutics. So that may take traction sometime in the future. But I think everybody is looking for the Fed interest rate decision to see what happens next. But today I want to take you through some of those cup and handle patterns that we had looked at, which I was following. We'll also take a look at how the index movers are doing. So let's get started. Our TradingView platform, and I'm looking at NASDAQ futures out here. And if you see, the futures are looking pretty good. I mean, if you avoid the day-to-day impulses that we get from the market and just look at the chart here, we are on a bull channel. And if for context, if I was to zoom out, and you will see that at one point of time we were at 16,785 somewhere around the middle of November 2021. Since then we were on a bear channel, and the bear channel was extensive and it lasted a long time. And I think we exited the bear channel somewhere around the 24th of January 2023. So this is recent development, and we may not realize the fact that we have come a long way from here. Now I'll just take a measuring widget to show you how far we have come. So we have gained around 24.74% on the NASDAQ futures. So that's a pretty good, impressive development all the way between 25th of January 2023 and 6th of June 2023. So in my books, I think it's pretty good. Now let's look at the indicators. I'm going to look at QQQ, which is what we always follow. As I mentioned before, there are two bull channels that are available to us apart from horizontal supports, and we are going on the steepest bull channel. Again, we exited from the bear channel somewhere around the big bear channel. We exited somewhere around 6th of January. But then we were in a smaller bear channel, which we exited on 16th of March. So if I was to take a widget from here and measure from 16th of March to where we are today, then we have had a growth of around 20.35% between 15th March 2023 and 5th June 2023. That's, I think, a strong growth, and we should be happy about it. And then I would like to look at the technology influencers. And my favorite is FNGU, which I'm invested in, and it's been doing very well. I had sold 60 out of my 160 FNGU, fearing that it won't cross this line of resistance out here at 97.19. I regret having sold that, because my remaining 100 have gained significantly. And if you look at the gain out here, right from the day that we broke out, somewhere around 25th of April to now, we have gained a total of 100.84%. And that's a big deal. Between 25th of April and 5th of June, a gain of around 100%. This shows that tech is in play. And FNGU, which is the microsectors FAANG index 3x leveraged ETNs, consists FAANG stocks. So we have Google here. Again, Google has shown tremendous growth. It's on a bull channel. Amazon has shown tremendous growth. It's also on a bull channel. Netflix has come out from the dead, and it has gained significantly. If you look at the chart out here, and if you see the bottoms that it had touched somewhere on 12th of May, since then it has gained almost 152.81%. So that's also part of the FAANG stocks. So you're seeing the strength out there. It's on a bull channel. And then we have IBM, which I have been watching very closely because of the cup and handle pattern. And I'm happy to say that we were able to pierce through the resistance, which was at 132.71. And we have come down a little bit momentarily, but I'm hopeful that in the next session, we are going to exceed this target. So you already fulfilled the cup and handle target, which was at around 132.47. But we have gone beyond that. And we are right now at 132.64. So I'm expecting more from IBM. The only concern for me is that the RSI is getting heated up, but the MACD is bullish. So that is the AI factor, which is going in favor of IBM. And it was valued very low for a long time. So it has got a long way to catch up. At its peak, IBM was at around 153.24. And right now it's just at 132. So we have around $20 to catch up. So it's likely the first step of catching up has already happened with this cup and handle pattern. We'll have more patterns following, and we'll have to break through a bunch of resistance. So that's the story out here. Microsoft, again, it's one of the FAANG, and it's done very well. And we have Apple. Apple is also on a bull channel. Again, it started the first step with a cup and handle, and then it launched into a bull channel, and it's been on it forever. So those are the market movers, I would say, which are pushing NASDAQ. And the performance out there is very, very heartening. Now let's go into Genomics. Schrodinger, which has a cup and handle pattern. Again, the first step of the growth, it's already got it. And it's moving upwards again. So the formation is perfect. I'm expecting us to touch a target of 45.16 with Schrodinger. And if you were to see the overall history of Schrodinger, we have dropped from a high of around 116.09, and right now we are at 38.14. So there is a long way to go. And if you look at the last 3 earnings report, they have all been green. And the next earnings report is due on 14th of August 2023. And right now we are riding a bullish pattern, which is the cup and handle pattern, and we are yet to meet the target. So there is plenty of force out here. There's little more room for the RSI to get overheated before it consolidates. So I'm expecting that there will be more gains in Schrodinger. Prime Medicine is also regaining its strength, and it is trying to reach towards 21.52. Again, RSI is overheated, so we should expect a bit of consolidation to happen. And then, of course, I want to look at Bluebird. Bluebird is trying to recover. It's showing a little bit of strength, but we have this diagonal line of resistance. So that's going to be holding us back. Next, let us look at DNA. In DNA, we are seeing a little bit of strength. There's a consolidation happening out here. Momentum is pretty good. That means the market is interested in DNA. And I don't see any new news that's a bullish catalyst at this point of time. We are getting pushed back by 1.64, which is the resistance which we are trying to break through. And of course, we have this diagonal line of support. And if I was to just pull out a resistance out here and form a pennant out here, then we can see that we have a bullish pennant and we have to break upwards. So I'm expecting that we are going to move upwards as far as DNA is concerned. And then if you look at Illumina, it's trying valiantly to recover. It's converted one of the resistance into a support at 208. And we now have a diagonal line of resistance, which is the previous bull channel. So we have to break through that. And that's what Illumina had to work at. And the chart is looking pretty strong. And maybe the market has decided that D'Souza will do a good turn for Illumina. And they are rejecting Carl Icahn's advances. So with the 11th board member in place, maybe the market is thinking there's a bit of stability in Illumina. The next thing to look for is the resolving the Grail issue. And once the Grail issue is sorted, things should be better. And also Grail has had some success with its blood test for 50 different types of cancers. So that's again another bullish catalyst out here. Then we look at IMTX, which is again steadily moving. It's not moving very fast, but I'm happy with the slow pace. It's moving slow and steady. The only thing I'm worried about is the gap up that it had out here. But it has got a lot of support out here. So I think that we are safe with IMTX at this point of time. Sarepta is being very, very erratic. It's a highly volatile stock. I don't know what's happening out there, but there's a lot of gap ups and gap downs. So there's a lot of uncertainty out here. I personally don't know why Intelia is moving upwards. I have not seen any new news. If any of you guys know about any news about Intelia, please put it in the comments below so that the community can benefit from it. I personally do not see anything new about Intelia. If we were to say that it's just picking up with the market, then the market already picked up somewhere around January or April, as we saw in the indices. That same is not the case with Intelia. So something else is happening out here. Our next resistance is at 42.11. If any of you know what is happening, please put it in the comments so all of us can benefit. Pacific Biosciences, it's got multiple bull channels, so it's doing well, and it's also overcome another line of resistance at 12.82. And any disturbance that's happening in Illumina is going to benefit Pacific Biosciences, because people who are allocating to genomic sequencing in their portfolio might give more weightage to PSCB as compared to Illumina until the Illumina drama gets sorted. So possibly PSCB is getting good traction. I hope they use this opportunity to beef up their product lineup and also to become a much more profitable company, because their profitability is again a big question. Next, let's look at Beam Therapeutics. It's also gaining in the last 3 days. Caribou Biosciences is also gaining in the last 3 days. Allogene is just about consolidating. Invitae is not doing well at all. Then if you look at Fate Therapeutics, it has been on a flatlined consolidation. I don't know how much it's going to consolidate. The next earnings happen to be on 2nd of August. So there is no catalyst between now and then unless there is something in their pipeline. And we look at Editas, which is being stopped by 9.65, which is a line of resistance out here. Momentum also is pretty good, but it's starting to fade. So we'll have to see what happens there. SQZ Biotech again has been given notice by NASDAQ about listing standards. It's still below $1. It's lost another 2.65% today. Nothing has happened to it. So I don't know what is the meaning of this NASDAQ notice for listing standards. Same is the case with Bionano Genomics, which saw a little bit of spurt in the last few days. But Bionano Genomics has also got a notice from NASDAQ. And I think I can pull it up here. Bionano Genomics receives notice of delisting or failure to satisfy continuous listing rule from NASDAQ. So this is a very bearish catalyst for Bionano Genomics. Then of course we have CRISPR Therapeutics. CRISPR Therapeutics has been consolidating sideways. It's in a bullish pennant and it has to break out upwards. So let us hope for the best, and I think that it's most likely to break out upwards because we have a lot of positive catalysts for CRISPR. We have William Blair reinstating their outperform rating for CRISPR with a $75 target. We have Citigroup, which has adjusted a price target to 70 from 55. So everything is giving a higher price target for CRISPR. And of course, we know Exaccell is also coming down the pike with VCTX210. So, and also their own CTX110. So there is a lot of things that are going to happen very quickly for CRISPR come the year end. So there will be a ramping up of interest in this company for the early birds who are willing to risk a little bit of volatility and uncertainty to get the share at a lower price, knowing fully well that it's going to be a very, very strong stock by the beginning of next year. So that price action is going to start showing. It's already shown its strength out here by the growth that it has taken. And remember, CRISPR has fallen from huge heights. And at one point of time, CRISPR was valid at, wait for it, at around 220.28. So considering that, you have a really good bargain basement price at 63.04. So there is going to be a lot of investors, smart investors, who are going to think that, yeah, I'm going to take the benefit of the lower prices right now, knowing fully well that there are 3 candidate therapies which are in advanced stages of approval, and all 3 of them are most likely to get approved, and that's going to be a huge, huge catalyst for this stock. So this is a very cheap price to buy it at. So that's what I think is going on out. Well, my friends, that brings me to an end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed this session, and I'll catch up with you again in the next video. And that's all from me for today. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.